It's important to have art at the Arboretum because it allows people to connect with our landscapes in different ways.
I think people may not realize how much art is around the Arboretum, throughout the buildings, throughout 3 Mile Drive, all throughout the collections. It's really seamlessly integrated, and I think art really enhances the experience of a visitor at the Arboretum.
I've watched people do a lovely dance between nature and then looking back at the sculpture, walking around the sculpture, and then looking back to nature. So it's something that changes constantly here. You can come out in the rain, in the snow, in the bright sunshine at sunrise or sunset, and those sculptures will look different.
As a child growing up in Wisconsin, my father was an artist, and he painted the landscapes around our house and in the natural environment that existed. And it was at the core of what I grew up in, that connection and intersection between art and nature. And that's how we really achieve remarkable layers to landscapes. And it helps connect people to the environment they're around in a much deeper way.
One of the things that I always have to keep in mind, or we all keep in mind, is that the sculpture in the sculpture garden or anywhere else that they are placed in the Arboretum, the sculpture is the star of the show. So whatever I do needs to not overwhelm the art, not have a different sort of feel. So the overall look always has to be related to, does it elevate the art or the art's message or people's interactions with experiencing the art.
The importance of the Harrison's artwork here at the Arboretum is something that is hard to put into words. This place is a gem for the state of Minnesota, and the fact that they chose to share their personal collection with the state, with the country, with the world has made an incredible difference.
Most art has a story that it starts with, but it also grows and has more stories. So listening to the Harrisons and what they love, or where it came from, or how did they meet the artist? Those are really interesting stories to me, and when I'm able to share that with visitors, that they have a deeper appreciation and a deeper understanding and connections.
It's important that you understand that you, the viewer, complete the mission of that artwork. By bringing your story, your life experiences, your worldview, your own 2 eyes, whether you're 5 years old, whether you're in a 3rd grade math class, whether you're having your wedding or you got engaged in this place. The Harrison Sculpture Garden can mean something to everyone, and it can mean something differently to every single visitor.
Oh, now it has an arrow?
Good, good.
The Dakota Sacred Hoop Walk here at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum guides the visitors, the guests, through installations that have a Dakota spirit of peace and harmony. She teaches us about the seasons, about the trees, about the birds, about the unseen mutualism that happens beneath the earth within the root system. Her name is Wope.
So Marlena Miles, who is the creator of the Dakota Sacred Hoop Walk, had created another augmented reality installation in St. Paul. It was featured in local newspaper Star Tribune one Sunday morning. With my coffee and my pajamas, I read that article and immediately thought of the Arboretum as a perfect destination if she would be at all interested in doing a second installation.
So augmented reality uses your phone technology to place artwork, animations, 3D models. You can hear audio, you can see words, you can click links, anything really, using your phone's lens. And it doesn't disturb the land. And then when you glance away from your phone, you see there's absolutely nothing that you've been looking at. So that's how it works.
The app becomes activated when you are in the Harrison Sculpture Garden, which is our very first stop of a 5-stop augmented reality installation. And when you activate each of these stops, you will see Marlena's digital art, which is amazing, layered with the narration of Wope. Wope is your guide.
Seeing my son and how much he enjoys and engages in nature and art is wonderful to see it through his eyes and live it through his eyes. When we experienced part of the Dakota Sacred Hoop Walk, he just completely perked up because it almost was like he was speaking his language from a tech perspective, but at the same time, he learned so much, and education is such an important part of the Arboretum.
Now we have exhibitions coming in that are co-created, co-curated, and co-produced by people in the community, and that makes all the difference. That makes difference in bringing in new audiences. That makes a difference in the authentic voice that is seen and heard by all of our visitors here.
By contributing to this year's Fund a Need, there is an opportunity to help the Arboretum expand its reach and reach new audiences and create new partnerships and elevate the art so people are aware that it's a living museum and that people have a chance to come because they're interested in seeing the art, and they're interested in seeing the art in a nature context.